mental illness is surrounded by myths, stereotypy that results into discrimination. And that's why 3 in 4 people who struggle do not seek help. Let's look at some of these myths that are around mental illness. If you have a mental illness, it's your problem. Wrong. If you have a mental illness, it's like any other illness. It's not your fault, it's not your weakness. It's an illness. If you have a mental illness, you'll be ill forever and there is no treatment available. Wrong. Most mental illnesses have a treatment. Most people who get treated lead a normal life. Mental illness happens only to certain age group. Wrong. Children can have mental illness. Senior citizens can have mental illness. You, me, anyone across any bars that are there in our society can get mental illness. There are myths around medications also. If you take medications, you'll take them lifelong. Absolutely incorrect. Most illnesses do not require medications taking lifelong. There is a course, and based on the nature of the illness, the severity, your doctor is going to stop the medications. If you take medications, you'll be addicted to them. That's absolutely incorrect. Only certain medications have an addiction potential, but not all. And if you take medications as prescribed by your doctor, you are not going to be addicted to them. One also looks at some of these other myths. Children can't be given medications. That's not true. Based on the nature of the illness, if it demands that you need to have a medical correction, you can be given medications. There is a myth that if you take neuromodulation like RTMS, it's going to give you some harm, it may have certain effects in you. Absolutely not true. In fact, there is evidence to suggest that most neuromodulation techniques do not have a side effect, and if they help in certain conditions, they are very, very helpful. There are also myths around counseling and psychotherapy. Why talk to a therapist? You can talk to a friend. Please talk to your friends as much as you can, spend time with your family. But your counselor, your psychologist, your therapist, they're experts. They do what is standardized, structured, evidence-based treatment like medical practitioners do. It needs to happen in a structured environment. People will come and say that you will get dependent to your counselor. That's absolutely not true. On the contrary, you'll be empowered to make your own decisions, lead your own life more effectively if you take therapy. People may come and tell you, I met my counselor in a coffee shop, or I can take a stroll on the beach or sit on a rooftop in a cafe and take counseling. That's absolutely incorrect. On the contrary, you need to have a structured, standardized environment. There are protocols, there is evidence, and that's how you work around counseling. These myths have been around us for a while. The sad part is, in spite of all this awareness, internet, information, social media, the stigma is still there. 3 in 4 people still don't take help. 1 in 8 people are struggling with mental illness. Early intervention is not happening. People have a hesitation even today to seek help. And that happens because we let these myths continue. What do? You ensure that you spread correct information. You be a part of the journey of change and be a change maker. Everybody doesn't need to be an expert, but you can be an advocate. Educate, make people aware so that millions of people in the world don't struggle in silence.